Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40K. We're on our countdown to Christmas and it's the 14th of December. So I've got 10 more to go including this one. It's quite difficult doing daily videos. But today we're going to carry on with our Necrons vs Tyranids theme for Christmas. And we're going to be discussing ways to kill a Tyranid Swarmlord. Now, I've got to plug something in the video. Giveaway. It's still ongoing guys. Get involved in the giveaway. We've got 12,000 subscribers on this channel. We've got about 3,000 on the Tyranids channel. So in theory, maybe not 15,000 because there's some crossover there, but there should be that many comments, surely. But anyway, let's get into this video. What does it take to kill a Tyranid Swarmlord using the new Necron data cards, which I have, that's not it. Using these bad boys. What does it take? We've done this similarly, we've done a similar thing with a Catan not long ago. We're now going to do Swarmlord. So let's go through the basic stuff to begin. The Swarmlord has got a toughness 10, 2+ armor, 4+ invulnerable save with 10 wounds. You can't have any enhancements, so there's no extra feel, no pain enhancements or anything like that. Purely toughness 10, 2+, 4+ with 10 wounds. Let's start this off small like we did in the previous video. We're going to start with the Canoptic Scarab Swarms. And I've just realised I've not put all the Christmas hats on the Scarabs. That's annoying and that will take ages. So I'm going to carry on. We've got the Feeder Mandibles. Lethal hits on these 6 attacks for every single model. Hitting on 5, strength 2, no AP, 1 damage. So any 5s to hit, you're going to need 6s to wound. Or if any 6s to hit, will automatically wound with lethal. You're basically going for lethal there. Now, all in all, I'm not going to throw out the graphs like I did in previous videos. I'm just going to tell you the result. 52 Scarabs it's going to take to kill a Swarmlord. Which of course is impossible because you can have a maximum of 3 units of Scarabs and each unit has a max of 6 of them in the unit. Which means you can only have 18. You can't have 54 or 52 even. And even if you could have 52, they're not going to all get into the fight. So basically, long story short, Scarabs aren't going to do it. Not in one turn. That's what we're kind of looking at. We're trying to go for one hit, one phase, one turn, done. Necron Warriors next. We've got the Ghost Reapers, which has been nerfed. It's now only strength 4. Lethal hits are still there. 2 attacks each. Blizzard skill 4+, strength 4, -1 AP, 1 damage with lethal. How many shots do you think it's going to take? I'll give you a few seconds. Well, the answer is 136 shots. Now, you do need to divide that by 2 because they've got 2 shots per model. So that would mean, on average, you need 68 warriors to kill a Swarmlord in one go. Which is actually possible because every unit can have a maximum of 20 models and they are battle lines. So in theory, you can do it. 200 points for a unit of 20. 600 points for 60. Then you need 8 more. Yeah, it's... what's that? Just under 700 points or something? My maths has gone out the window there. But yeah, that's a lot of points to take out a Swarmlord. So ideally, no, not them. Locust Heavy Destroyers we're going to use next. We've got 2 different profiles with these. So let's check out both. The Ghost Destructor which is what most people tend to use, especially against monsters. It's got heavy and lethal hits. 1 attack each, hit on 3s, strength 14, -4 AP, and a flat 6 damage. Now what do you need? How many of these guys do you think you need? Well, the answer is actually 5. On average, if you've got 5 of these, it will destroy the Swarmlord in one shooting phase. Now, you can only have 3 in a unit, but you can have, of course, 2 units. You can have them individually, you can have them in pairs, but you can quite easily get 5 Locust Heavy Destroyers in the list. So that is possible. The Emit Exterminator option, which is the anti-infantry option, I don't class it as an anti-infantry option, although I just did. But it's just easier to define it that way. I think these things rip through anything. They've got heavy, similarly. Rapid fire 6, sustain hits 1. 6 attacks per model, but if you're within rapid fire, that's 12. Hitting on 3, strength 6, -1 AP, 1 damage. Now you will need 8 Locust Heavy Destroyers with this weapon in order to kill the Swarmlord, which again is doable. Now ideally I would have a Locust Lord in the unit for critical hits on a 5+ with the sustain hits 1. That's how you do all the damage. And if you're playing in the Awakened Dynasty, and as an example, you're going to also get a +1 to the hit roll. Let's move into another unit, the Scorbit Destroyers. Another destroyer unit. This is more melee based. They've got the Hyperphase weapons, which are 4 attacks per model, hitting on 3s, strength 7, -2 AP, 2 damage. Now for every 3 models, it comes with a Plasma Sight, which has a once per battle usage to give devastating wounds for the unit, and this is where you would definitely use it. But with their weaponry and devastating wounds, you're going to need 8 Scorbit Destroyers, which again is possible, because you can get units of 6, so that would effectively 2 units would do it, or maybe even a Scorpet Lord within the unit could potentially do it. So that is a doable option, it's doable. Lich Guard, we've got 2 options with the Lich Guard, but I'm going to go with the War Size for this one because that's the powerful out of the 2 weapons. The Sword and Shields is more about resiliency. The The War Scythes are more about punch. So the War Scythes have dead wounds, 2 attacks per model, hit on 3, strength 8, minus 3 AP, 2 damage. Now strength 8 going up against toughness 10, you still need 5 to wound unfortunately, but at least we gain dead wounds out of this. You are going to need 15 Lich Guard in order to get through a Swarmlord in a given phase. You can get 10 in a unit, but 15 Lich Guard you can have 2 units quite easily. Expensive, yes, but you can do it, and there's also lots of synergy that you could also do. The Doomsday Arc, the newly improved Doomsday Arc that is, it's got blast, it's got heavy, dead wounds if it doesn't move, so that will go hand in hand with heavy. 72-inch range, that's all you need really. D6 plus 1 attacks, hit on 3s, the new strength of 18, minus 4 AP and a flat 4 damage. It's then got the Ghost Flare Array, which is a load of strength 4, no AP, 1 damage shots. If you're in rapid fire range, it's 20. What can this do against a Swarmlord? Well, the average damage per turn using just the Doomsday Cannon is 6. I mean, that's an average. You can call it 4, you can call it 8, because the damage characteristic is 4, so it's only going to be 4 or 8. But as an average, that's 6. And the Ghost Flare is 0.5 to 1 damage. Again, that's an average. So realistically, if you're going to do that kind of damage output, you need 2 Doomsday Arcs. Quite a lot to get rid of a Swarmlord, but it will do the job at 72-inch range. So right from the off, it's doing it. The Transcendent Guitar is next. I wanted to show you the Transcendent, which was a bit of a stable hold in the Index edition of the Necrons. Not so much now because there's better options. It's got ranged weapons as well as the melee weapon. So the Seismic Assault is the ranged weapon. Sustain hits 1, 6 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 8, minus 2 AP, D3 damage. And the Crackling Tendrils, which is also sustain hits 1, 8 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 9, minus 3 AP, and D6 damage. All in all, when you combine all the damage from the range and melee weapons, you're doing about 6 or 7 damage per Transcendent. So you will need 2 of them because you've got 10 wounds to go through. You can actually get multiple of these. You can get up to 3 of them because this isn't it's not an epic hero. So you can, if you want, get multiple of them. Now, sticking with Catan, this will be the last one, in fact, that we're going to do today. The Nightbringer. Now, I know we did this recently, but we've got to throw it in here. The Nightbringer, I'll go through it. I was going to go long story short, but let's do it. We're in a video, right? Gaze of Death, D3 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 12, minus 2 AP, D6 plus 3 damage. Nasty. Minimum of 4 damage, maximum of 9 just from that. Only D3 shots though. And then the melee weapons, you're going to use the strike profile with dead wounds, 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 14, minus 4 AP, D6 damage. On top of that, you've got the Drain Life ability, which only happens on a 4+, but if you do, it's D3 mortal wounds to your Swarmlord. So all in all, the Nightbringer does it in 1 turn. Long story short, it's not long story short, it's long story long. 1 turn, because you're getting 3.6 damage in the shooting phase, you're getting 11.5 damage in melee, and then Drain Life on top of that. It's a flip of a coin if you get it. And then it's the D3, so an average of 2. But just the melee phase alone, just the fight phase alone is 11.5. And that's without Drain Life. So the Nightbringer would outright defeat the Swarmlord. Probably can kill a Swarmlord and his Tyrant Guard, and realistically, the Nightbringer is just an absolute nightmare. So guys, that has been the 14th of December. Make sure you are subscribed if you are new around here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.